Hola amigos de iRock, nos encontramos aquí para conversar sobre uno de los brazos armados de los tentáculos, sucesor natural de la Electric Light Orchestra, un grupo de grandes músicos que estuvieron con esta gran banda en sus 2 etapas, incluyendo a Mick Kaminsky del famoso Violín Azul. Vamos a tener la oportunidad de vivir la experiencia con The Orchestra el 2 de junio en el Teatro Caupolicán, en una noche llena de clásicos que marcaron la historia de la música y las vidas de millones de personas. Así que estamos ahora con Eric Troyer, vocalista de The Orchestra. Hi Eric, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. I'm really happy to be here.
That's great, we are happy too. And how is the tour going so far?
Well, we've been touring mostly in the United States. We just played at Disney World, Epcot. We play there every year. And we did some other shows in Florida. But we're on a little break right now, but we're building up some energy to come to Chile and conquer Chile.
Yeah, and how is the show that you are bringing to Chile? Is it based in something special?
It's a special show. We have a light show and video, and it's, you know, we're playing all the hits, and people are really digging it. That's for sure.
Have you been here in Chile before?
Many times. Times.
Great. And do you like the audience in here? I guess.
Oh, well, loved them. Absolutely loved them. Yes, they're so enthusiastic. But we played in Santiago, I don't know, quite a few times, 5 or 6 times, but we played all over. We played from Antofagasta all the way down to Pucón. So we know Chile pretty well.
Great. And well, you're keeping the legacy of the Electric Light Orchestra and playing in different and distant places in the world. How is the reaction when these audience are leaving the show?
From most of the time, or all of the time, people are very excited. Especially when we play in South America, we love the South American audiences. The times we played in Chile, we played in Teatro Caupolicán 2 or 3 times, I think. So it's great. The crowds are so excited, and when they leave, they're still excited. So that's good.
Yeah, it's a great experience. And what do you think is the place of the Electric Light Orchestra in the history of music?
Well, you know, you have the Beatles, and then the Beatles had many children. So Electric Light Orchestra was one of the most important ones. So you have lots of the classic rock bands, you know, ELP, Emerson, Lake and Palmer,
Yeah.
Queen, you know, the not Rolling Stones, but all those bands and a lot of the bands used classical music with rock and roll too. So, and ELO was a part of that.
Absolutely, and it's great to discover the influence that the ELO has had in so many musicians. I always remember once in the old MTV times, I remember Dave Grohl in the middle of Foo Fighters tour talking in some kind of tour diary. He was saying that in his CD player, he had a lot of music, and he mentioned Pantera and Electric Light Orchestra. That happens often, that recognized musicians talk about the influence of ELO in their lives.
Yeah. I know a lot of musicians who like ELO was sort of a lot of the pop music, and they had a lot of singles on, you know, the radio and stuff, and they were on MTV a lot. So they had a lot high visibility, and you know, we have Mick Kaminsky. He was one of the things, the most visible about it was him dancing around with his violin, and he'll be there in Chile and you know, next week.
And how did the ELO arrive to your life?
Well, through the, you know, started with the Beatles. I loved all the British invasion bands, the Stones, the Beatles, you know, Led Zeppelin, all those bands. And that music, you know, it lives on. I mean, that era is still so popular, not just with people who grew up with it, but with the younger generation. It's used in a lot of television, and movie themes, soundtracks. So, it's like another generation has latched onto it. But it's great music. It's going to live forever.
Absolutely. And which is the main reason or purpose of the existence of the orchestra?
Well, that's part of it. We started off Electric Light Orchestra Part 2
Yeah.
35 years ago. I helped start that band, and we had quite a few members of Electric Light Orchestra that was a part of that organization. And then down through the years, some of them have died, unfortunately, and but we're carrying on the torch in a way, and
Yeah.
playing music that people want to hear and music that we love to perform.
And what do you like the most about the music you play and the shows you offer?
Well, it's always very exciting. This music. I'm not tired of playing it for all these years. I love a lot of the songs. Mr. Blue Sky, Turn to Stone, and I love even when it got into the disco era with Last Train to London and songs
Yeah.
like that. So it's just fun to play, and we love to see the reaction of people that this music is a part of their life. So we're just happy to keep carry on with it.
Yeah, and about it, do you like to play it like I don't know, or singing or playing each note as the original, or do you let the music flow in other ways?
Well, it's a little of both. We want to try to recreate the part of what's happened is through over time, the technology has gotten so good, it's a lot easier to recreate what those records sounded like. So it's a challenge that we like working on, like listening to the records and go, okay, we can play that part on the synthesizer, and this is so we like the fact that we have the technology to recreate the original sound as much as possible.
That's great. Well, I'd like to ask you, are there any hard feelings between the band and the Jeff's band, or some kind of relation, or there's no relation?
There's no real relation, and there's certainly no hard feelings. Jeff is a genius producer and songwriter, and God bless him. He's done really well, and he should. He's a great talent.
Great. Well, I would like to finish. I would like you to ask, send wishes to our website, iRock.
Okay. Hi, iRock. Glad to be here. Come to see the orchestra on June 2nd and June 3rd. We're very excited to come back to this country that we love so much, we know so much about. So we'll see you at Teatro Capulacan or Gran Arena Monticello. All right, rock on. iRock, rock on.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. No, it's great. Thank you so
Okay.
much. It's been a great conversation. So thank you so much and have a great time. We'll see you soon.
All right, great. Thank you. Take
Bye.
care. Bye-bye.